Hi guys, hold on. Grab my stuff. I think this thing's working. It's been so long. I don't know. Pulling off my chair. This is my makeshift studio for now. Welcome everybody to the first episode, the first video of the World of Amore. I did a revamping of my YouTube channel only because I feel like I'm a completely different person now and because I've been missing. So yeah, basically I do not want to hear anything about a New Year's resolution or anything like that. I feel like we say that every year and you know it doesn't work out, but we stick to it for a little bit. I think it's more of a lifestyle change. I feel like every few months, every time something big happens, but especially, you know, at the end of a year and the start of a new one, that we should all sit back, reflect, and think about what we want to do differently in our lives. And I guess that's where the notion of a New Year's resolution comes from. But I don't want to hear anything about New Year's resolution because, you know, they tend not to last long. But I'm going to try and do a quick summary because the last video I made was like July 2019. So it was a while ago. So I'm going to try and do a quick year update of my life and what I've been through last year. And it ties into why, you know, I'm picking what I'm picking for my change for the upcoming year. Because, yeah, it's been a hell of a year, guys. It's been a hell of a year, to say the least. So anyway, I'm going to try and sum up my year in 5 minutes or so. I feel like I need to time myself, but I only have one device, so it's not really going to happen. And I put notes down to make sure I stick to my notes so I don't ramble. Well, basically, I think the last video I posted was like May or something, 2019. I can't remember. I just remember I was on my way back home from school. So anyway, 2019, when I came home for the summer, my friend Katie from I don't think you guys have met Katie, but my friend Katie from that I met in uni, she came to Bermuda to visit me for the summer. We had fun. It was wonderful. We enjoyed it. It was amazing. And then she left. I was working, rekindled with my ex, working, and then I had graduation in July 2019, which was awesome. Got my bachelor's degree, graduated, pictures everywhere, wonderful. Found out I was pregnant. Yeah. So dealt with that, came back home after graduation, dealt with everything to do with the pregnancy and life and expecting a child, all of that ray. Ended up in relationship drama, went back to school because I was doing my master's, so I started my master's program in September 2019. It was wonderful, I guess, being back in school, but also dealing with what I was dealing with. And yeah, so in school, living my best life. I couldn't pull a hoop. I couldn't pull, so yeah, that was that. I kind of gave away a little hint of what else I got into, but anyway, yeah, so I couldn't pull. So I was just going back to school, doing uni, whatever, communicating, more relationship drama. And then I lost my baby, right? Yeah, so I lost my baby. That was a bunch of craziness, dealt with that and everything to do with that. More relationship drama. Relationship ended up ending. Yeah. Christmas 2019 was completely horrible. I cried every 5 minutes of the whole entire day. New Year's, same thing. I was completely alone. I was living by myself. When I'm away, obviously I lived by myself. Yeah, so Christmas 2019, completely crappy. Cried every 5 minutes. It was awful. I was with my daddy, and that was wonderful. But obviously I had a crappy time before that, so yeah. New Year's, same thing. I was alone. I was back home by New Year's because I just needed to be by myself, and probably wasn't the best thing to do. Cried the whole time. And then I spent the next couple of months basically crying every day, every night, all day. I was still going to uni when I could, and you know, when I felt up to it. Threw myself into pool, ended up learning aerial hoop, which was a pretext of what I said earlier. So yeah, I was doing pool and hoop like crazy because I needed something to do with my life. Then COVID hit, so we all know how that goes. So yeah, I was in quarantine and isolation by myself because I lived by myself, grieving and COVID. And then I ended up having to stop doing pole and hoop because of COVID. So everything shut down, and that's when I started therapy. So I want to say like May, June 2019, 2020. No, I started therapy because I was in complete isolation by myself, grieving 2 losses, and basically on the brink of things that we shan't talk about in this episode. So yeah, and after therapy I came back home to Bermuda in July 2020 is where we are now. And yeah, I moved back because my course was finished by then. My master's course was finished by then. Still have loads of assignments to do, so I started working on those little by little as fast as I could, because I went into a whole mental retreat thing, you know. Came back home in July 2020. Was in quarantine but not too big, because at least I was in my family house. They're still isolated from everybody. And then I tried to settle myself. September 2020, my brother went back to uni. I went back to the UK to pack up my house and say farewell to the UK and my final goodbyes in that whole chapter. Yeah, I think we're pretty much up to date now. Yeah, we're still in 2020 as of today. So that was September 2020. Said my farewells. Zara was with my friend from my other friend from the UK that lives in Birmingham. I took Zara to her. I feel like I missed something. My birthday was in summertime, but I didn't really do anything, so yeah. So then after all of that in September, I was only there for like 2 weeks, came back to Bermuda. Was in quarantine for a little bit of time, and at least I was with my mama when I was in quarantine, so it wasn't too bad. And since then I've been working. Had my daughter's memorial in October, because that was a year anniversary, which is crazy, of losing her. And then Brittany's birthday was in early November. The memorial was at the end of October, because her birthday is at the end of October. My daughter's birthday is at the end of October. And then Brittany's birthday is the beginning of November. So did something slight for her birthday. It was super fun. I think it was the first time I had fun like that in such a long time. Okay, so that's November 2020. Yeah, and then after that I've just been working. I started a part-time job, was working there, just trying to settle myself here, and then here in Bermuda. I'm living back in Bermuda. I don't know if I already said that. And I got Invisalign, this clear braces things, the clear aligners, so hopefully my teeth will be straight soon. And then what else happened? Oh, I found a family to adopt Zara. So Zara lives in Scotland now, and the people agreed to keep in touch with me, but we can do an update on that later, which is wonderful. And she's like ginormous now. You guys don't believe the size Zara is. And Invisalign, Zara, because we're doing more up-to-date things now. Invisalign, Zara. Oh, I got a second part-time job, which I'm loving. It's amazing. So I now have 2 part-time jobs. And what else? Because it's pretty up-to-date. 2 part-time jobs. Zara's in Scotland. Oh, Christmas this year, because it's been a year. Christmas this year was okay. It's been nice being around people. But I was at work because of my new part-time job. So yeah, I've been working a lot, throwing myself into work just to keep myself busy and occupied, and part of the healing process, I guess. But yeah, so that's pretty up to date now. Christmas was last week, and today, if I remember correctly, is October 30th, because it is the day before New Year's Eve. So that's basically been my year, a roller coaster. It sounds so strange summing it up like that, because it feels like so much has happened, so much more has gone on. But basically to say that obviously I've been through very big life events and just basically cried for 365 days every day and all day. So it's been a very big year for me for mental growth and stability. I have been tested in ways I never thought I would be tested. I have dealt with this very big situation on my own. I do have family and friends that have supported me, and I don't know where I would be without those people. But in terms of being, you know, a parent, I've been, you know, going through it on my own, which is pretty intense. And because I lived on my own, so yeah. And this type of situation is, you know, very isolating as it is, because as a woman, you know, you're the only one that kind of feels anything at that stage and goes through it, so it's quite isolating within itself. Yeah, so you take what support you can get, but support that I think I needed and that I wanted to get through, I didn't have, so I just had to do it on my own. Such is life. We're past it now. Well, definitely not past it, but such is life. So anyway, the point is, I don't want to hear anything about New Year's resolutions. I think everything should be what you want to change for yourself. So for me, this year, 2021, and for the rest of my life, I'm going to try and start focusing more on my mental health. Therapy has been amazing, and I didn't think that I would like it as much as I do. I've been neglecting it a little bit only because my therapist is in the UK, and you know, the time difference and stuff, sometimes it just hasn't been working out. But the point is that I think people have a misunderstanding of therapy. It has helped me. It's given me perspective to the reasons why I do certain things and help me understand it, so that when I make decisions in life, like going forward or anything, I'm conscious about it. I'm conscious about how I make decisions and my thought processes. So I want to focus more on my mental health, saying no when I need to say no, being kind to myself, because that's one of my biggest downfalls. I'm so hard on myself. You know, a month after everything had happened, you know, I was like, okay, I need to be over it. I need to heal. And it's been a year and a little bit now, and I still feel the same way. Okay, you should be over it now. You need to heal. And obviously, it doesn't work like that. So I think that people should focus more on like themselves, doing some inside work, self-reflecting, taking care of themselves, and then from understanding yourself, you figure out what you want to stick with going forward and what you want to let go. And some habits need to be let go of. So yeah, that's about it. I don't want to make this video too long. I just would like you all to start thinking about the fact that, you know, it's not about New Year's resolutions that are temporary or only last to be short-lived. It's probably time to start thinking about long-term changes and really doing some in-depth work and in-depth work and in-depth other stuff. In-depth work and soul searching that really make a difference, you know, and it really does help. I've also learned a lot about my brain and what trauma, because it was a very traumatic situation that I've been going through this last year, does to your brain. And I am not as put together as I used to be, as one can imagine, going through what people go through when it comes to trauma. So I'm all over the place, but I'm trying to put myself back together. I'm trying to find my personality because for the longest while, like months, I didn't know who I was. I wasn't the same person that you guys know me to be on YouTube. If you know, do keep up with my videos, or did when I was posting more often. Yeah, I lost myself completely, so it's gonna be a lot to get me back. I don't think I would ever be the same. I'm definitely a different person now. My spirit is definitely gone, but I am working on it. And you know, I think you should just start making long-term goals and stop making these temporary things and say my New Year's resolution is to, you know, lose weight or go to the gym, and it only lasts a little bit of time. Like, you know, we want to start making lifestyle changes that are supportive to our lifestyle and how we choose to be as a person. You know, people that you want to start phasing out, phase them out. You know, it's about thinking about yourself and making decisions to be happy. is the best way that I think we should go about, not even just 2021, like just moving forward. 2022, I might have a whole different mindset. I realize this year, as most people due to COVID, that a lot can happen in a year. So much can happen. So, I like to plan, but lately I've been planning and also trying to be more malleable and able to bend, because things change at whim, and I can't control everything. I learned that too. I've had a lot of hard lessons to learn. No matter how much you want something, sometimes it doesn't work out. I've had to let go of control, which is not easy for me because I plan stuff and I like to be prepared. Have had to let go of control. Just a lot of hard decisions and a lot of hard realities have hit me. Stuff doesn't always work out. Love is crappy. People are crappy, no matter what, and they're gonna do what they want to do. So, I just try and be a good person to everybody, and that's all I could do. Try not to let people change me. So that's it. So I just want you guys to be positive going into 2021 and moving forward. Let's not make, decisions or life changes that only last for a few months. It's always good to reevaluate. So after big life decisions or big life experiences, or on a monthly basis, some people do it. I do it quite often. I wouldn't say monthly, but after a big chapter, so like maybe every 3 months or something. I do it daily, but on a smaller scale. And I've had to do it because I've had to track the little progress that I've made, so I feel like I'm making some progress. I've had to give myself credit for those moments where I didn't cry today, or I laughed today. I left my house today. Like, I went to the grocery store, or I looked at something that was a trigger for me, or I experienced something that used to be a trigger for me. Like, I have to give myself those little moments, because if not, I wouldn't feel like I've gotten anywhere, because I feel like I haven't gotten anywhere. This year Christmas, I didn't cry all day. Like, I'm going to certain things that I didn't go to before. I've been around certain situations I'm not, been around for last year. So pat yourself on the back, guys. Give yourself credit for the little things that you do, and it creates a bigger picture. It's like putting together the little jigsaw puzzle pieces. You find it, after a while you look down and you realize the puzzle is complete. That was a very Buddha moment of me. But yeah, so we're getting there. I'm trying to get back at last. Longer than it used to, my happy moments. I give myself about a day or half a day, and then I say, well, how am I feeling today? And then I go from there. But I've just been trying to keep busy and settle in my new home in Bermuda. Well, being back home in Bermuda. I've lived here like my whole life, but yeah. So anyway, it was good catching up with you guys. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and welcome to the world of Amore. And I hope that we will get to see each other soon, and be more zen and creative with each other, and follow this journey with me, finding my new self, and us create a platform together. Peace, guys.